tell you what, shooting a target like this is a ton of fun. Walking up to it, seeing, oh, I'm in the armor, I'm in the face, it just bloody makes it. So let's step back and engage this bad guy. Thing like this, you know, you can change it up, you can add movement, whatever you're comfortable with. You're going to use your first target to simply engage it as you would realistically, subconsciously. Welcome everyone. Today we're out here on the range and we're going to be debuting some drills with the brand new Echo target training system. Today we're going to be going over the classic Echo target, Echo standing for Enhanced Combat Hostile Outline. For those of you who don't know, that's exactly what we have here. It's a classic modern take on a NATO Figure 11 target in a combative, aggressive stance with his AK-47. Now, this target features body armor, which is a crucial part of modern warfighting, including helmet armor and 2 zones for confirming 0. It also includes kill zones and again a combatant in an aggressive stance. So let's go over how you can get the most out of this training system and how I personally designed these targets to be used. So first off, you are going to set up your Echo target. Now these targets can be used at any range. Today we're going to be shooting at 10 and 25 yards. The first thing we're going to do is confirm 0 on the rifle and see where we're shooting, and that's what these squares for here are for. They also have 1 inch within those shapes so you can actually really focus in on that 0. So we're going to go ahead, confirm 0, and then see where we're at, and we'll start the drills. Now I've walked back to 25 yards that we're going to be shooting this target at. So offhand, because it's a combat target, I'm just going to be shooting where my rifle is, where my stance is in those square zones. We're going to be shooting the rectangle on the left to see where we're at, and then any adjustments will be made with the square on the right. So let's go ahead and do that now. So you can see here on the target, we shot a little group in here, again offhand. Right here, I felt this one fly, so we're a little bit to the right. So if we need to do any zeroing, we're going to move it quarter MOA clicks, so 2-3 clicks over to the left. But I'm happy with that for the shooting that we're going to be doing today. What I'm going to do is then come over here, we're going to shoot 5 shots there, see how we're doing. So that one, grouping, I'm happy, a little low. This one's showing a little low, so maybe we'll have to zero it up a bit. So I'm gonna go do that on my site, and let's go ahead and do our first drills. Now for our first drills with the Echo target, it's gonna be all about honesty. The best way that you're gonna get the most out of these targets is if you're honest with yourself. That means that we are going to engage this target as we normally would if we saw a hostile. We're not going to think about it, we're just going to engage it how we'd think. So let's go ahead, and if I saw a bad guy turn a corner or in front of me, how I'd shoot this target naturally, subconsciously. There's one. And you can do whatever combination, just have fun with it. Whatever drills you want to do, go ahead, engage the target, have some fun. You can do up drills standing like this. You know, you can change it up, you can add movement, whatever you're comfortable with. You're going to use your first target to simply engage it as you would realistically, subconsciously. Don't think about it. So that was our first round of engaging this target with honesty. So you'll see now I've got 2 hits here, 2 here, 1 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits in the armor, 1, 2, 3 in the shoulder, 1, 2, 3 in the face zone, and 2 in the helmet. So what I do subconsciously is typically 2 or 3 rounds to the main center mass, and then I come up to his head or face and I fire off 1 or 2 rounds. And you can see that that was reflected here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the armor that don't count. None in the side plate. 1 skipping his belt line, and 1 in his arm, and then 1 in his arm over here. 2 in the helmet, 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry, in the face. So again, I've been doing this for a few years. I'm not a crazy good shot, but I know enough to, when I engage a target, what I want to look for. So now that we've done that, we've held ourselves accountable, we now have a baseline to work off of. What you're going to find is a lot of you guys, I guarantee, are going to shoot in that center mass area. But here's where these targets come in, is we actually have armor here. So luckily, because of what I've been doing for the last few years, because of my training, I subconsciously shoot for the body and then 2 in the head. It's just something I've always done. Now, again, a lot of you guys are going to be shooting center mass, especially those competition guys out there who love to drill holes in A zones. But the way you're going to get the most out of these targets is when we come into our second phase, which we're going to do now. So now we are going to actively think about where the armor is. We have armor in the center zone, the side plate, and the helmet. Now the helmet one counts for pistol shooting. We're not shooting a pistol today, we're shooting rifle. So we are simply, those rifle rounds are going to go through that helmet. So those shots to the head do count. You can also see we have an outline of the head going into the helmet, so you'll know if it simply passes in and around or it actually neutralizes that threat. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do a series of drills, simply firing and being conscious of the body armor. We're going to do lots of 3 rounds. So let's go ahead, we'll step back to our 25 and do that now. Remember, you can add movement, you can shoot from the bench, make it realistic. These targets are, they're designed to be made realistic. And I'll tell you what, shooting a target like this is a ton of fun. Walking up to it, seeing, oh, I'm in the armor, I'm in the face, it just bloody makes it. So let's step back and engage this bad guy. So one thing I want to add when it comes to training with these targets is, when I was doing my subconscious drills, a lot of you will be like, Echo Mike, that's a terrible shooting spread, and you're right, it is. But this is not an accuracy target. These were our accuracy shots standing, right? This coming up, engaging that target, that's what we want with this target, and it shows the importance of a spread. Now, a lot of you keyboard warriors, with your BB guns are going to be screaming at me right now, but you want a spread with these targets. That is what was neutralizing it. Even when I was shooting this target subconsciously, 2 or 3 to the chest, 1 or 2 to the head, that spread actually helped me out because it allowed me to shoot him in the shoulder, down here, over on this arm. Not all my shots are in the armor. If I was a tack driver, then all my shots would be in the armor, and that's not what's going to neutralize the target. So something to be aware of is, when you're doing these drills, spread is actually going to help you out, and that's where we can accept that spread is okay when you add speed. A lot of guys are like, you have to be tack driving with speed. Well, these targets are going to show you, if you tack drive with speed, you're going to be quick, but you're going to be dead quick because that target is not going to be neutralized. All right, we just ran some drills. Again, just simple, being conscious of where that armor is. So let's go ahead and see how we did. All right, so here we have it. This is the results. Now, you'll see a lot more in the armor, and that's because my subconscious was taking over. When you add movement, when you add all that other stuff, you're naturally gonna do what you subconsciously are gonna do, which is, for me, it's at chest and then up here in the face. So that took effect once I started moving. The first 1 or 2, what happened was I was consciously aiming. I aimed for the neck, and then down here for the pelvis. You'll see a shot here in the pelvis, and then 1 up here, just below the armor. But the second I started adding movement, the second my brain started to think about other stuff, I started to shoot elsewhere. And this is why training is so important, and shooting subconsciously is so important, because you are not gonna rise to the occasion, ladies and gentlemen. You are gonna fall to your lowest level of training, which even out here on a quiet, beautiful day on the range is clearly showing. So we got 1 shot, that's a miss there. 1 down here in the pelvis, which is a good hit. See, we got underneath the armor. We had 7 before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 up here. So what's that, another 7, 8 up, 6 or 7 up here in the armor. We got 2 more here in the arm. We got 1 in the neck, 1, 2, 3 more in the face, 1 dead center right in the T-zone there, skimming the helmet, missing there, and 1 over here in the shoulder. So you can see it's a similar effect even when I was consciously thinking about it, and that's why I designed these targets. I wanted something different, something to hold you accountable, and this is a ton of fun to train on. So guys, these are available for pre-order now. They're going to be available on the echomiketraining.com. I'll put links in the description below. Go ahead, support the channel, pick up yours now, hold yourself accountable, up your training with these targets. Guys, I want to thank you all so much for the support. When you get these, go ahead, tag them on Instagram, hashtag Echo Target, because I want to see what you guys are doing with them. I want to see what drills you guys are coming up with, but I wanted to do a video today simply showcasing the most basic way that these targets were designed to be used and enjoyed. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, as always, look after your mates, look after each other. I have closing thoughts today. Be honest with yourself, hold yourself accountable. The best way you're going to get the most out of training is by being honest, not trying to fake or consciously think about what you're meant to be doing in the situation. Let your brain relax, take a back step, and just do the drill or the training event as you naturally would, because that's how you're going to really learn yourself. Until next time, I'll see you guys on the next one.